You're in attendance at Target Center, those of you watching on Bally Sports North and Timberwolves.com, and those of you listening on the vast Timberwolves radio network. Today, we're excited to welcome the newest additions to the Twin Cities and the Timberwolves family, and welcome back a familiar face. Yesterday, it became official. The Wolves acquired forward Keita Bates-Diop, guard Donte DiVincenzo, and forward Julius Randle. A welcome back to former Wolves draft pick Keita Bates-Diop. He has played 6 NBA seasons with Minnesota, Denver, San Antonio, Phoenix, and Brooklyn. The Bloomington, Illinois native has appeared in 283 regular season games, averaging 16 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 47% shooting. Keita was originally drafted by the Timberwolves with the 48th pick back in 2018. Donte DiVincenzo has appeared in 354 regular season games in 6 NBA seasons with the Bucks, the Kings, the Warriors, and the Knicks. Last season, he averaged a career-best 16 points a game on 44% shooting, including shooting 40% from beyond the arc. And his career-best 283 three-pointers made was 3rd in the NBA and set a Knicks single-season record. A 2021 NBA champion with the Bucks, DiVincenzo has seen action in 39 career playoff games. And during the Knicks' run last season, he started all 13 games and averaged a playoff career-best 18 points on 43% shooting from deep. Julius Randle has played 10 NBA seasons with the Lakers, Pelicans, and Knicks. He is a 2-time All-Star, a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection, and was named the NBA's most improved player in the 2021 season. Last year with the Knicks, the Dallas native averaged 24, 9, and 5 in 35 minutes a game. He joined Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic as the only players last season to average 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. This trio joins the Timberwolves roster with Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley, Naz Reid, and more, that is coming off a Western Conference Finals appearance and sets up one of the most anticipated seasons for the Timberwolves in their history. To tip off today's press conference, we'll start with a couple of words from Tim Conley, the president of basketball operations, and then we'll open it up to some questions. Tim?
Certainly want to welcome these guys here, but before that, I want to thank Karl and his family for being such an impactful part of your organization and the community. The whole idea of trading people, I think it's pretty gross and weird, and it's hard to get players of this caliber. So in order to do that, we have to give up one of the best players that's ever put on a Timberwolves jersey. As good as a player as he is, he's a better guy. So New York got a heck of a player and a better person. He'll be missed. We're super excited. But again, just wanted to let New York know they got a special guy.
Let's open up to some questions. Chris, want to get us going?
Chris Hine from the Star Tribune for Tim. Coming off of a Western Conference Finals appearance, why did you think this was the right move to make, not just in the long term, but in the short term for this coming season?
Yeah, these guys, I think, bring special, certainly on-court skills, They bring toughness. I think depth is increasingly important as the CBA has kind of evolved the last couple of years. We don't trade a person like Cat lightly. We were very specific with what it would take, and quite frankly, the asking price was very high when you see what these guys accomplished last year. They come from a winning environment. Donte was the only guy in our building now that's won an NBA championship. We talk about winning an NBA championship. He actually knows what it looks like, knows what it feels like. So the combination of people and player made it pretty hard to pass up, and we're super excited to bring all 3 guys to the team, and our guys are chomping at the bit to try to win a ring this year.
John Krasinski from The Athletic. Julius, you were in New York for a long time, did a lot of great things there. Can you just kind of take us through the emotions of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the deal coming down? Were you surprised about it, and what do you think about coming here to Minnesota now?
Yeah, it was a lot of emotion. You spend a certain amount of time in a place. New York, going there 5 years ago and, having a goal in mind, to accomplish a lot of great things and, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into, that organization uniform. So initially, it's always going to be a shock. But for me, afterwards, I woke up the next morning and I was just really, really excited. It was a breath of fresh air. I'm excited to bring everything that I learned here over the past 5 years and, help these guys out. My only thing here is I just want to help. I want to help Ant. I want to help Rudy, Nas, all those guys. I want to help win a championship. So that's the only thing that matters.
Jim Suhan, Star Tribune. Julius, do you think you need to change your game at all to fit in with this offense and these players? And if so, how would you think you need to change?
Well, I played for Finch before. I played for him in New Orleans, so all you got to do is go look at the tape and you'll see.
Chase Frederick, Pioneer Press. Donte, just off the latter half of last season and then the playoffs, just where is your confidence at, just in terms of, I guess, the player that you're blossoming into?
All-time high. I think, my confidence last year just continued to grow. My role continued to grow, and I just took full advantage of the opportunity. So whatever this season may bring, my confidence is in all-time high. My teammates, my coaches, they all have confidence in me. So that just, it keeps you going when you're missing shots. So, yeah.
Britt Robson, MinPost. Donte, you played the 1, the 2, and the 3 in New York last year. Any preferences on position and the fact that you may be playing a little bit more point this year?
Trying to play the 4, to be honest with you. No, it doesn't matter. I'm a basketball player. Our team is full of basketball players. So whatever Finch throws out there, I think, the IQ of this team, the versatility of this team just makes anything possible. And I think that was a big part of why I'm so excited. You're not in a box of just the 1 or just the 2. You can play with so many different lineups, small, big, doesn't matter. And I think that's what's so exciting about this.
Julius, Dave Campbell with Associated Press. How is your shoulder now? How did the rehab go, and kind of how frustrating was that to have happened, the timing last season?
I mean, it was extremely frustrating, but, my shoulder's fine. I feel healthy. I'm just excited to get out here with the guys. We got a great group of guys, competitors, and, it just feels good to be healthy. Had a great summer of rehab and training, and just excited to, add to this team and just help, like I said.
Julius, Andrew Dukowitz with Zone Coverage. You mentioned playing for Coach Finch before. Just how excited are you, or what are your feelings on coming back and playing with Finch?
I'm extremely excited. When I left Finch in New Orleans, I wanted him in New York with me because he's just such a great coach. I've always thought he was a genius, and, he's a great communicator, knows how to get the best out of his players. So I remember playing for him there, and I always felt like super prepared for the games. Knowing what was going to happen, where I was going to get my shots from, what he needed from me. I just felt like he just opened up my game, and I became a really versatile player. I always say, like, playing there, and even still to this point, that was the easiest my game had ever felt, playing under Finch, just because he's just really good. I think he's just that good of a coach. So I'm excited to get out there with him. I know he's going to bring the best not only out of me, but, out of everybody. And like I said, I just want to be able to show that and help any way I can.
Dane Moore. Tim, how do you see these 3 players specifically working with Ant, and what do you see that they can bring out of Anthony Edwards?
I think they all bring versatility and toughness, certainly super competitive guys. And it was important to us that, coming off a big season and taking a big risk, when you make a trade after advance to the West Conference Finals, it's not done lightly. These guys are coming from winning environments too, so I think they appreciate what it looks like in the playoffs. They appreciate that there's no skip steps. I think we're entering the Western Conference. Maybe it's the best it's ever been. It'll be hard for us to get back to where we were last year and beyond, hopefully, but I think their versatility and kind of their winning ways will be pretty easy compliments to Ant.
Keita, Dawn Mitchell, Fox 9. It's a full circle moment for you coming back to Minnesota. Is it strange for you? Is it exciting for you? And what are your thoughts?
Not really that strange, just because there's so many familiar faces still here. I'm looking around the crowd and around most of you guys were here when I got drafted. So it feels a little bit different. Obviously, we're winning a little bit more than last time I was here, but there's a winning culture. There's a goal in mind, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Keita, just how do you see yourself fitting in with this roster? It is a completely different roster than the one that you left, and different coaching staff. What do you kind of see for your role?
Yeah, I think Nas is the only one left last time I was here. But it's like Tim said, we're super deep, we're versatile. I think it's going to take all of us, like we've seen in the playoffs, whether it's injuries or matchups, just being ready for whatever comes.
And Donte, the Wolves have said that they were really trying to get you even last summer and before. Did you kind of register that interest previously, and what do you think about coming to a team that's clearly been kind of having you on their radar for a while?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling when you know that the team that traded for you was a team that you were looking at last summer. I think when you look at the big picture, my mind wasn't on what teams are interested in me when I was in New York. I was fully there. I wanted to be there, and then as this kind of picked up, I realized it was an opportunity, and when it became an actual thing, my mind just completely went straight to Minnesota, and I immediately thanked everybody for my time in New York. There's so much love there, but then once I realized that this is a real thing and actually happening, my mind kind of transitioned to Minnesota, and I'm 100% here, and I'm super excited.
Julius, Darren Wolfson from Channel 5. You have the player option for next year. Is your hope that you can sign a new deal here and be here long term?
Absolutely. Just being around here and then being around the environment, Tim, Finchy, all those guys, like, that stuff is important. They've made me feel more than at home being here, just super comfortable. The energy is up, like just being in the building, the energy is up. The guys seem like everybody gets along. So at the end of the day, to the core of who I am, I'm a basketball player. And, that's what I love to do, at the end of the day. So for me, being here is super important. And you want to be somewhere where you feel wanted. And, I feel wanted here. I feel like, everybody's really embraced me. Like I said, Tim's been great. I played for Finch. I really believe in Finch. And ultimately, yeah, I do want to be here.
And Donte, can you take us through your relationship with Brian O'Neill, the Vikings, and how far that goes back? Have you had a chance to connect with him the last few days?
Yeah, he actually reached out. He came to the game last year. He usually tries to come to the game whenever, playing here as a visitor. We went to school together in high school. We played together on the basketball team. And we won, 2 state championships together, I think. Big fella, love him to death, and I'm super excited to, have somebody out here that I'm really familiar with.
For Julius and Donte, it's probably weird to get traded coming off of a very successful season, but is it easier to stomach these types of things when you do just go from one championship contender to another?
Yeah, absolutely. My wife was actually saying that it could be a lot worse, for sure. I'm not going to throw any shots out here, but yeah, it could be worse, And like I said, I'm a basketball player and I want to win. At this point in my career, I've accomplished a lot of great things on the individual level, but I want to win a championship, and this is a perfect opportunity to do that. That's what matters. Winning matters the most.
Yes. Yes.
Julius, Ren Clayton, WCCO. What's your kind of thoughts about playing alongside Rudy Gobert, and how do you kind of see that playing out?
I see it playing out great. I played next to a center that's similar in Mitchell Robinson, that protects the rim like Rudy, and it's easy when you got a big guy back there that has your back. So, I'm excited. Rudy's an extremely talented player, and I, have the ultimate and utmost trust in Finch. I feel like he knows what he's doing, and he'll be able to, work out whatever. So, I'm excited. We got a versatile group.
Any other questions? We'll do a photo op on the stage here with the guys in their jersey, and Tim as well. I don't know. If you want. Okay. All good? All right, thank you everyone for watching, listening, and being here at Target Center, and welcome to the Timberwolves, Donte, Julius, and Keita.
Welcome to the land of the 10,000 lakes. I'm about to slam, could you please get out the way? Come around here and we'll put you in your place. If I pull up with my team, then you know it's time to play. Hey, look what you started. All of that talking just made you a target. I cannot be guarded. Look up in the air, yeah, I just departed. Y'all get them bombarded. No matter what you do, we winning regardless. My people are marching. We got it on driving, don't know how to park it. Standing taller than Garnett. If I shoot it, it's all net. Who called next? Come and get it, then talk less, man. I'm taking all bets, and it's far-fetched. If you thinking you beating me, dog, let's even the odds. That's hard to see like they even in fog. If it ain't no money, I ain't even involved. Gotta get paid, my cash every day, no breaks, I don't take 5. I'm stacking it way high. Pass from the baseline, swoosh in your face. Who are they trying to fool? No, they about to lose in the game. With the game, we don't play by the rules. If you come to the town, then we taking your food banks out. With the how we was raised by the wolves.